Hello, folks. It is me again. I'm here. We are here for Impact tonight. Tonight, Impact is in Glasgow, Scotland. So that's very exciting. I'm super stoked for this show because, we missed last week because it was a clip show. So we are back today. Super, super excited about a few of these matches going into what is it called? Turning Point. I almost said Full Gear. It's not Full Gear, but yeah. So let's get going. Hello, my lovely ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Pastor Jeff. Fancy seeing you here again. Tribal Chief is Jesus. Love that for you. Hello, Steve Chi. Hello there, Luna. Hello, we are pro wrestling. I still need to message you back. It was a long day of editing. I can't watch Impact, not a fan of it. Well, you're in the wrong place, Mega Chronic, but welcome. Hello, Pastor Jeff from Steve G. So tonight, the match that I am looking forward to the most is on one side, we have Motor City Machine Guns, which, I love them. And they will be going up against Josh Alexander and Eric Young, two of my favorite men from Impact, aka TNA. I guess we could call it whatever we want at this point, Pastor, hey. Who do you think? Hello, Richard, by the way. Who do I think MK Ultra's next opponent should be? That is a good question. Like, I feel like the women's division in Impact right now is lacking some tag teams. Like, who are the tag teams right now in women's wrestling in Impact? Like, I feel like when it comes to the women's division and their tag team division, there is not much going on. I would love to see Courtney Rush go back to Rosemary and Jessica Havoc go back to, Jessica Havoc. That would be fantastic if they can go back to the realm and, be evil again, because I'm not loving this Courtney Rush thing. I think I've said that before, but if we could get her back, Rosemary, it's all good. I've been busy today as well, recording stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Like, mentally, WrestleMania 9 from Tuesday, because most of you know, Tuesday mornings, I have been watching WrestleMania 1, and I watched this week. I'm doing 1 all the way to 40, and this week I watched part 9, and it took every fiber of my being not to lose my mind after that, to be completely honest. Alexis, hello, TNA. Yeah, I'm pretty much just calling it TNA at this point. We're going back to TNA. Hello, Larry. How are you doing on this evening? Sorry, my hair's still wet. I did just take a shower, so I'm a bit of a hot boo-boo mess, but what else is new? Steve G, mark off and abandon to come to TNA Impact. And that's okay. So I have a question because I do not watch MLW. I've wanted to get into it and I don't have the time. But I've been seeing a lot of people asking for their request from MLW. If anybody has any more info on that, that would be fantastic. Because yeah, I have a feeling in 2024 there's going to be a lot of people heading to Impact TNA. I have a feeling. And KJ is saying, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Please do that. Tell a friend, be a friend, all the things that they say. Hi, Steve. Everybody's saying hi, hi. Turning Point tomorrow night. Turning Point is tomorrow night. I am so excited. I am so excited for Turning Point. It is going to be so good. We're getting, is it Eddie Edwards versus Will Ospreay? Which, you know what, I wouldn't have been that excited about. But after Eddie Edwards versus Kaz a couple weeks ago, very excited. In all honesty, it ain't TNA unless beer money. Well, I mean, you know, some people got to retire. Trust me. Trust me, though, Pastor Jeff. I am a huge, huge beer money fan. I would love it. What is next for the design? Speaking of things that don't exist unless somebody's in them, Eric Young not being in the design has kind of already, you know, the design was one of my favorite factions going, but now that Eric Young is not in it, I don't know. They do absolutely nothing for me anymore. So who knows? It just kind of seems like they take L's all the time. They don't seem very, they come across as this like evil, menacing tag team that will destroy all, but they just lose. So Luna Markova is currently in NWA. Remember, as always, no spoilers. Yes, we are pro wrestling. Thank you very much. No spoilers. We watch Impact every week, spoiler free over on YouTube, and it starts at 8:30. And if you don't know how to watch Impact, go over to their YouTube channel. I pay $1 a month, so it's pretty cool. Richard, were you surprised that the Rascals lost the tag titles so quickly? So yes, it was a weird choice, but I heard it was because Zachary Wentz couldn't leave the country and they were going to the UK. And I know that Wentz has had some Zachary Wentz? Yes. I've heard like he's had some legal issues with his ex-wife and stuff. So I always call him Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy. I always get it confused. So I had to like think about it. I'm a bit of a ditz, obviously. I think AJ Styles might come back to TNA. Larry, I think you are incorrect. That being said, I would absolutely love that, but I don't think he is. I don't really know what AJ Styles is doing nowadays besides being a little uncool, but I don't know. Do I believe in Joe Hendry? I always believe in Joe Hendry. I cannot wait because why do I keep thinking it's Fastlane? No, Turning Point. At Turning Point tomorrow, we are getting Joe Hendry versus Simon Miller. That guy, the ups and downs guy. Very, very stoked for that match. Who do you think dethrones Trinity? I don't know. Like, I want to say at Hard to Kill, she may lose to Jordan Grace. But if it's not Jordan Grace, it's going to be somebody that's not signed yet. You know? Chris, could Tony Khan allow Sting to make one more last appearance in TNA? If Sting wanted to do that under a contract with Tony Khan and Tony Khan did not allow him, I would be so mad. I think he would. I feel like there is like all this tension between AEW and TNA due to talent and stuff like that. I don't know if he would necessarily allow it. But I don't know what just happened there. That was so weird. I don't know if he would. I don't know. I feel like he's doing so much for Sting and he respects Sting so much that if Sting asked, he probably would. Whether it's a good business move or not, I don't know. I think that would be a nice thing to do. But I would have loved to see her Beer Money versus the New Age Outlaw. Oh my god, that would have been freaking gorgeous. Just like TNA with Beer Money. NWA ain't the NWA without the Horsemen. Is Havoc staying in Impact? Do you know? Jessica Havoc? Oh, because Sammy Callahan left. I think she is. Like, where else could she really go at this point? You know what I mean? No offense, but yeah, she's burned a lot of bridges. I'm not really going to get into that, but you can pretty much just Google it. Like, she tried out for WWE a long time ago, but a lot of her old tweets kind of resurfaced. What's up to you all? The road to TNA wrestling continues. It's already November. Like, how exciting is that? We have 2 more months of Impact Wrestling before it changes back to TNA. I'm so excited. I'm going to get myself a TNA shirt. What time is Turning Point? I think it starts at 8. I'm pretty sure. Tonight's forecast, a freeze in the air. Pause indeed. Keyshawn, talk nice to me. Actually, we do have some news. Me and, oh God, Clay's here. Keyshawn. So this Sunday, me and Anthony will be back and we will be here for the fish market match. We already have it all lined up this Sunday at 8 p.m. or 8:30. I can't remember, but I'll let you know. It'll be on my Twitter and my Instagram. I can't remember if we decided, but it'll be 8 or 8:30. We're watching that fish market street match. All for you. Richard, why do you think the Coven disbanded? Well, what's her name? The tall one. Well, I know Taylor Wilde is out with an injury, so they probably worked that in the storyline. But what the fuck is her name? Let me get back to that. But I know the tall one turned on Taylor Wilde. The tall one. Richard, what happened to Sue Young? Didn't she have a baby? And then she just never came back. Smile Mark, do you want to see the 6-sided ring come back? I would love it from a visual perspective, Smile Mark, but I made a video about this over on the TikToks about how a lot of the wrestlers didn't like it and how they hurt themselves on it. And once you've been in a 4-sided ring for so long, going into a 6-sided ring, you get kind of thrown off. So if it's for the safety and the health of the wrestlers, I'm going to have to say no. But from a visual, just an outsider looking in, I would need the 6-sided ring to come back. I'll be watching college football. That's great. What do you think about WrestleMania 9? I did make a review video on it, but I still can't figure out if I hated it more than WrestleMania 4, but I think I did. And here's the thing about WrestleMania 9. I would have put it above WrestleMania 4 if it wasn't for the ending of WrestleMania 9. Hulk Hogan sticking his nose in where it doesn't belong yet again. I cannot deal with Hulk Hogan for one more second of my life. So the fact I would have let a lot of shit slide in that WrestleMania, but man, that ending, the whole Yokozuna, Bret Hart Hulk Hogan scenario. Yeah. Yeah. Does Trinity and Tasha Steeles happen before she loses the belt? It better. Tasha is amazing. She is a phenomenal wrestler. So Turning Point going against SmackDown Go Home show tomorrow. Go home to what? Oh, Crown Jewel. Yes. Yeah, they usually have their shows on Fridays. Their pay-per-views, Impact does, which I wish they would stop. I wish they would have them on Saturday or Sunday. Do you think Tessa Blanchard could ever come back under the TNA name? Chris, I don't think so. I think, didn't she like, there's so many things that's happened with that woman. I don't even remember all of them because like I know she left the company with a belt. Was that Impact or was that NWA? Like who knows anymore? That woman has so much like heat with other wrestlers. I remember, was it last year, other female wrestlers from Japan were calling her out for some, unsavory remarks that she's made to, women. So I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, I'm not going to sit here and say she's not a talented wrestler because, she's one of the best and she could have did a lot, but it seems like she has a pretty big ego. And it seems like she's not all that nice to people, but again, I wasn't there. So I don't like to speculate too hard because, but it's like a CM Punk situation, it's at the end, it just comes to a point where you are the common denominator. Like, could all of these people be lying? Absolutely. Weirder things have happened, but at the end of the day, you're more trouble than you're worth, when you're somebody like her. With WWE leaving Fox next year, could TNA replace them and get a network TV deal? That would be huge. Smile Mark, I would love that. I don't think TNA will be on Fox anytime soon, but I don't know. I'm in Canada. I don't even think we get Fox, to be honest. But yeah, baby steps. I feel like Fox is a big one for TNA right now. Keyshawn, I heard this before. Don't play. Nope. I already made the graphic for YouTube. I already did it. I loaded it up. We're watching the fish market match. Actually, and when I was making the visual for YouTube, I got really excited to watch this match. So if you don't know what me and Keyshawn are talking about, me and Anthony were doing like some spooky watch-alongs. We were doing Monster Ball and we did the Kennel from Hell every Sunday at 8. But now that spooky season is unfortunately over, we're finding some just silly matches to watch. And Keyshawn has been asking me to watch this match forever. And it's a fish market street match with Team 3D versus Shark Boy and Curry Man. And I love Curry Man. So I am super excited to watch this match. So excited. It's taken me a while to get there. We've gotten through spooky season. First weekend straight out of spooky season, fish market. Because, that's the next logical step. Hey, Luna, watching the Rangers versus the Cans flipped over to TNA, and boy, I would love to get your take on the new production. I don't think they have new production yet, do they? I don't know. It starts not till 8:30. So I will let you know as soon as I see it. But I heard they were getting the new production in the new year when they turn into Impact. Pastor Jeff. Sue Young did indeed have a baby. I saw a video of her doing an interview and she put on some weight. So before she can come back, she needs to train up. Well, yeah, after you have a baby, like a whole human inside of you, you're probably going to gain a little bit of weight, the six-sided ring was a real radical concept back then. And that's what they were saying, like the reason that they did that was to be different. And if you're flipping through the channels and you see the six-sided ring, you're going to stop and want to see what it is. But if it's, again, visually, as somebody that isn't in the ring and would never be in the ring, I love it. I love looking at it visually. It is stunning. It is different. But if it's hurting people, then that's not going to work, you know? Good evening, A. Jobson. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's fucking go. Flair has signed with the major wrestling organization. Huh? What two women, Richard? What two women could you make a good Impact tag team? Like from any promotion or from just Impact? Like put two of those ladies together. I would love to see Abaddon, and if Su Yung could come back, if those two could get to Impact, that would be fantastic. More spooky ladies. Are the Iconics still under Impact contract? I don't think so. I think they were in WWE, right? Su Yung is currently wrestling on some indies. Is she actually? I did not know that.
What's up, Luna?
Hey, hey, hey. How's it going?
Going pretty good. The allergies are kicking today, so
Oh no.
y'all might see. I get fall allergies, so I have
What is
spring
your fault?
allergies and fall allergies.
Oh my God. It's the
Yeah,
most wonderful time of the year and you get allergies. That's so sad.
exactly.
Oh my
But
God.
other than that, I'm pretty good. Y'all might hear me sneeze a little bit tonight, but I'm gonna try to keep it under wraps.
Okay, no problem. What does fall look like in Atlanta? Does it get cold? Do you guys get
Well,
snow?
the past 2 years, it has gotten, pretty cold. So actually we're down into the 30s tonight. Um, and then we get snow. If we do get snow, it's in January and February. Those are our 2 coldest months out of the entire year. So, um, we've gotten down to the single digits sometimes. So,
Okay, hold
yeah,
on.
it gets pretty cold here.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's really cold.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to look it up. I'm like 35. That sounds hot as hell. I just watched Halloween Havoc 99 when Hogan laid down for Sting. I was just telling Keyshawn that we will indeed be watching the fish market match.
Yes, we actually thought of you when we were deciding the matches. Like, so this is happening. It's for real. Sunday, we are doing the fish market, whatever type of match it is. And I'm kind of excited to see it. I'm
Me
really am.
too.
It looks interesting.
And usually we'll watch a few matches on Sundays, but I think we'll just buckle down, watch this one, give a play by play, our thoughts, because I feel like this one, there's going to be a lot
I
of
definitely feel like it's
talk.
gonna be wild.
Okay, there is a lot of people in the chat. Holy shit.
Oh yeah.
Aaron, hello. Yes, Ric Flair is all elite. He signed a multi-deal deal year. What is happening to my mouth? Okay. So here, this is what I think about the Flair thing before we get going on this. What I'm hearing are two very conflicting stories. So I'm hearing that he has signed to be a talent for multi-year. The other thing that I'm hearing is he didn't actually sign to be there. He signed to have a drink, like an energy woo drink. So they're using his name and likeness
I think
for,
it's both.
oh God. Yeah, somebody like, I
I
don't know.
think
People
it's
are telling
both.
me two separate things. I don't care at this point about Ric Flair. When he was in the WWE, I didn't care. Now I don't care. I just don't want to see him have a match. That's all I care about at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
I
let
think
him.
I'm looking on Google and I think it's both. So I think he has the drink deal with AEW, which is now the official energy drink of AEW, and then he has signed as like I guess a talent. I just hope that talent doesn't mean he wrestles because I'm
No.
not looking
If
forward to
if he's a manager, fine. I like he could be with his son-in-law, whatever he wants to do. At this point, I don't fucking care
right.
about Rick. We've been talking about Ric Flair for 70 years. Like it's Jesus. But like if he gets in the ring, I'm gonna be so frigging pissed.
Like I don't want to see that at all. Like I'll be very vocal about that. Like keep
Oh,
him
I
away.
you oof. Thoughts on TK's humongous announcement? I think honestly, and I know people are getting upset about this. For somebody in Canada that would want to go to this show and actually have to travel to the UK, and because I've actually thought about going to this one. So if I could know ahead of time that I can get tickets and I can actually plan my life as a fully formed adult that has a job and responsibilities, um, to me that is a humongous thing because I can actually buy my ticket soon and go. But I understand that there's some people that don't find that exciting. But for somebody that doesn't live on that side of the world and has to actually plan their life accordingly, to me that's a big deal. Like I can actually maybe figure that out.
Yeah.
So and a lot of people are like, oh, it could have just been a tweet. Some of us, don't live on Twitter, right? Some of us don't
Right.
have social media. So I know to some people that doesn't seem like a big deal because they're on social media all the time, me included. But you kind of have to think of other people other than yourself sometimes. And sometimes, like, okay, it might not be exciting for you, but for somebody that actually has talked to people about going to the UK and meeting people from Wrestle Talk from the UK, I can actually plan this accordingly now,
Right.
and save money because it's not going to be cheap either. So it's not like the biggest announcement of life, but it's, maybe I can go to Scotland and go to the UK, and it's pretty
I think
exciting for me.
I think some people kinda just blow it out of proportion just a little bit. He didn't say in the initial tweet, I'm not talking about the tweet of the night, so Wednesday night, that tweet, but the initial tweet said an important announcement. Um,
Mm.
so I think announcing tickets for what is it, All In. That was an important announcement. He's trying to maximize the viewership of his show to get more eyes on it to let people know, hey, on this date, tickets are going on sale. That's what I think. Now, in the past, has that huge announcement, important announcement been taken out of proportion? Absolutely. But
Mhm. But the other thing is like when he says, "Oh, I have a big announcement," just because it isn't big to you doesn't mean it isn't big to him.
right.
Do you know what I mean? And then also on top of that, like sometimes he'll say he has an announcement and then people will be like, "Oh, well maybe this is happening and this is happening." And then it snowballs into Tony Khan is buying Earth. But then he just comes out and says, "Hey, I'm actually donating a bunch of stuff for Christmas," or there's some sort of TV deal or this or that. And people are like, "Well, that's not what I thought it was going to be. So that's not good enough." So it's like sometimes people online do it to themselves and maybe
That's
settle
the
down.
truth. That's the truth. I think people get too caught up in the moment and trying to book and decide what the announcement is. I even seen people talk about it's going to be an all women show, knowing how Tony Khan feels about the women's division. So it's
Mhm.
like, why would it be an all women show? Just wait for the announcement, and then after that, like say what you have to say. I don't
Yeah,
know.
well, that's the thing. Like, it's so, and the thing is, people are like, well, this is terrible, and AEW is now terrible because, and it's like, just settle down and just watch the show, or don't watch it, or don't. If you
Exactly.
don't like it, don't watch it.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
anything in life. It's like Or like I'll say, "Oh, I really liked last night's episode." And they're like, "Well, you have to say something bad about it." And I'm like, "But why do I have to
I
say
have to s
something bad about it?" And it's like, and
exactly,
that goes for any product. And like WWE, Impact, it's like, why do I have to focus on the things that I didn't like? Why can't I just,
exactly.
like, I can sit there and tell you what I hate about AEW all day every day, but like what purpose is that serving me? Like,
Right,
to
right.
just stew in the negativity all the time.
All the
Like,
time.
if
No,
I
I
don't
agree.
like, if I hate something so much that I have to focus on the negative, I shouldn't be watching it, you
Right,
know?
right.
Like,
No, I agree. I agree.
and that being said, like, Tony Khan needs help with booking. There's my negativity. But like, why am I going to watch the show and be like, okay, well, this should have been better. This should have been better. There wasn't enough butts and seats. He can't be making enough. Like, why am I going to, like, what does this have to do with me and my bank account at the end of the day?
Exactly, exactly. I don't
Nothing.
know. I don't know.
It's like, imagine watching an episode of Friends and being like, Phoebe shouldn't have sat there. She should have sat somewhere else and said this line. Like, what? Like, what is the
And that's
point?
what I've been like trying to convey on TikTok. Like, just treat it like a regular TV show, something you tune in every week to watch instead of critiquing every little bit of thing that happens. It's okay to critique, but like
Yeah,
everything, like,
every
come
single
on.
little thing. And then to actually wholeheartedly, like, what was the last Impact show?
Bound
Sorry,
for Glory.
pay-per-view. Bound for Glory. So you and I liked that show
Right,
collectively.
right.
But then people will say, "Well, what did you like? But this happened. You couldn't have liked that." Like, you know what I mean? It's like the whole I don't know, something that happened on that show, let's just say like one of the matches. And it's like, but that was terrible. So now you're just being a toxic wrestling fan because you're just saying you like everything. And it's like, hello? Help me. Like, just let me enjoy my freaking show for the love of God.
Exactly, exactly.
But
So
anyway, the show started 6 minutes ago.
we we got Frankie Kazarian and Joe Hendry in the ring. And I think it's
Oh, now
somebody's
I know what you were
birthday in the
saying.
chat too. Let me see.
So, somebody earlier, I can't remember who it was, if I can find it. VHS was asking a question about the production of tonight's episode. Um, the reason that the production is different on this episode is because they're in Scotland. So it
Mhm.
is just going to be different.
I don't think the production change happens until the TNA name
Yeah.
is um rebranded, I guess, in January. So I think that's when the whole production is gonna change.
Does anybody know where the Impact show was filmed at? I don't know what it's called, but it was in Glasgow, Scotland. So
Yep.
I have no idea where exactly, but
I do know I think they sold out all 3 nights when they were in Glasgow, I think. So the
yeah, I'm not
ticket demand was high.
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what Scottish venues are like. To me it looks really cool.
It does look really
Like, I
nice,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah, it looks like an old theater. So we're getting Joe Hendry versus Kaz right now, which makes me happy because we're also getting Joe Hendry versus Simon Miller tomorrow. So we're
Yes.
getting more Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I'm excited about the Simon Miller match tomorrow. Trying to stay away from spoilers since Turning Point has already been filmed. So, yeah, so I'm excited to see that match tomorrow. There's a lot of matches on the card actually that I'm kind of really excited for. Skipping SmackDown for it. I think I skip SmackDown all the time when there's an Impact
Yeah.
pay-per-view. But yeah, definitely excited for Turning Point tomorrow.
So I'm going to bring up the card for that right now.
Uh,
Okay. Turning Point. Hello. What year is it?
2023.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm looking at, okay, here we go. Jesus. Like, where am I? Turning point. Oh, that's countdown to turning point. I don't care about that. So we are getting Trinity versus Deanna Purrazzo with a special guest referee that is Gail Kim.
Yes.
It's already the best show. It's already the winner.
And if Deanna Purrazzo loses, she can't challenge for the Impact Knockouts title as long as Trinity is still holding the title. So that's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be a stellar match. They've had 2 great matches already, so this, I don't expect anything less from this one.
No. And Trinity just gets better and better with time.
She
Like
does.
it's crazy. She's amazing. I love her. And then we're also going to be getting Will Ospreay versus Eddie Edwards.
Ooh,
Mhm.
yeah, I don't know. That could be a match of the night there. It really could be.
After what we saw with Eddie Edwards and Kaz.
Yes.
Oof.
I don't put anything past Eddie Edwards now. I mean, I think we were both tired of that entire story, but then they put on that spectacular match. So yeah, Eddie Edwards and Will Ospreay, they're going to deliver tomorrow at Turning Point.
What else do we got? Oh, this one's going to be good. We got Josh Alexander and Eric Young on one team. So Canada, Team Canada, kind of, versus Subculture.
Ooh, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
That is real interesting. That's I don't know. This card is turning out to be like a Bound for Glory Part 2 card.
Seriously. You know what? I'm not a huge fan of Subculture yet. And I think I'm going to be, but I just haven't seen a lot of personality from them yet.
I was just about to say the same thing. In ring, they're great, but personality, it's like it's not. They haven't showed too much of it, so hopefully we get more of that in the future.
Ooh, we are going to be getting Frankie Kazarian and Chris Sabin on one team against Moose and Brian Myers,
That's very interesting. Has Frankie Kazarian? I mean, is it Frankie Kazarian? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Has Frankie Kazarian and Chris Sabin ever teamed up?
Maybe back in the day that I'm not aware of, because they're like OG TNA guys, right? So
yeah,
I don't think so though, because Chris Sabin's always been the X Division champion, or he's been in a tag team with Alex Shelley, right? So I don't think so.
Okay, so this is
correct us if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
there.
correct us in the chat if we're wrong, but that's interesting.
That is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
the
know we
best
get a
part,
little taste of that match tonight because I think, well, it's similar, but it's Subculture versus Moose, Brian Myers, and Deanna Purrazzo tonight. So we'll get some type of idea of what that match will be tomorrow.
the other really interesting thing about that is we're not getting any more Kazarian versus Eddie Edwards. So
finally, even though all the matches were great, we just don't have to see that anymore.
Yeah. Jordan Grace versus Danny Luna. So Luna is.
I'm pretty excited for this match. They haven't showcased Danny Luna a lot. And I hope that changes, once, we get to the switch over to TNA. But I do know she can go in the ring, and we know how strong and powerful Jordan Grace is. So this could be a solid match tomorrow that I'm really looking forward to.
We have, of course, Joseph Hendry versus Simon Miller, which
yes.
Gonna slap.
I love their Twitter beef.
I know.
It's just
it's so good. We also have Alex Windsor versus Giselle Shaw. I don't know who Alex Windsor is. Do
Me
you?
neither. I
Who
don't
that
know. Yeah.
male is?
Giselle
Okay.
Shaw getting a singles match on a pay-per-view though. That's pretty
Love
awesome.
it. Love
Yeah.
me some Giselle Shaw. Rich Swan. Oh, Rich Swan versus Trey Miguel.
Ooh. I did not see that match on the
No.
card. Ooh, that's gonna be great. Wow.
Oh. And then on the pre-show, we're getting Rhino and Grotto in tag team action.
I don't know who Grotto is.
I think he's from Lucha Underground. He was in Lucha Underground, I think.
I think he's on tonight's card too, and I think he's facing Trey Miguel, but I
Trey
might be
Miguel. Oh yeah.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Okay.
But we'll get a little guess idea of who Grotto is tonight.
I'm pretty sure I saw him too at GCW. I think he's just like an indie darling. They have teamed up once in a while. Kaz and Chris Sabin. Why is that
Really?
not tickling any of my
It's not
memories?
ringing a bell.
And still champion
Yeah.
CM
Punk.
Punk.
Oh, okay.
No, not today. Kaz's first partner was Michael Shane, but yeah, X Division tag matches they have once in a while. Oh, good to know.
Okay. Might have to look up a match or two before tomorrow night.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going with the usual scenario in the tag match and calling Gail Kim to turn on Trinity and help Deanna win the title, forming a new alliance between Gail. Oh, okay, interesting. That is spicy.
I like that. Wow.
Eric Tate is asking if we think TNA will do big arena shows next year.
I do know in the official press release that they did after the announcement of Impact going back to TNA, they did say they were going to be doing some more prestigious venues next year. So I would assume that would also mean bigger venues. I don't think it'll be anything big like WWE and Impact where we're far away from that. But yeah, I do think they'll do bigger venues next year.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm kind of afraid of in Toronto because they're coming back to Toronto soon,
For
but
Final Resolution.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's like super far from me. It's not even technically in Toronto. It's in a city called Mississauga.
Oh,
So
okay.
I hope that's not what they start doing.
So is that that's not where Rebel is? I think it's the Rebel nightclub.
No.
That's
Yeah, Rebel's like right downtown Toronto. Mississauga
okay.
is like an outer city, like way west. Would
Okay.
take like an hour to drive there with traffic. I
Okay.
ain't doing that. Ain't no
Yeah.
fucking way. Not even for Impact would I go to Mississauga. Sorry, y'all.
Hear the chatting this is awesome or chanting this is awesome, but we're just sitting over here chatting.
Just chatting about Mississauga. I hope TNA comes to the West Coast finally. MDB is here. Mississauga. Yeah, you were chanting Mississauga. Yeah, Kaz keeps surprising me with his
At his
matches.
because he's in his 40s, I assume. He's dropping some great matches over the last couple of months.
Now I have to look it up.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. I think he's
Oh my god.
he's 46.
He's 46. Holy. Aaron Johnson, Etobicoke. Oh my god, y'all know all the Actually, did you ever watch that documentary Don't F with Cats?
Never heard of it.
Oh. It's like it's a true crime documentary. Don't watch it, but anyway. That was in
You
Etobicoke.
said true crime, so it piqued my interest, and then it was like, don't watch it.
It's about like this guy and he's insane. But he does some bad stuff obviously, but he starts off like messing with cats first. It's
Mhm.
just terrible. But he's from Etobicoke. Don't F with cats.
Hmm. I
Did
still
Joe
might
Hendry
watch.
win?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Joe Hendry won. He won the Glasgow Cup.
What does the Glasgow Cup do?
So apparently they had this tournament over there, which I thought they were going to show highlights of before we got to this match, but apparently they're not.
But
So
is
this
it
was the
like
finals of the Glasgow Cup, and he wins like a trophy, which Scott
oh,
Demore is about to hand to him. But I don't think it does anything else.
oh. I was kind of hoping it was like the cup that Jordan Grace won. He could turn it in for a
For a shot, like a title
yeah.
shot.
I believe. I am so happy they are making Brian Myers cool again.
Yeah, I like that. I like that he's relevant in Impact.
Yeah.
I hate that your man, he's no longer with Impact.
Heath, I
Yeah.
know.
When I heard that, I was
Wait,
a little sad.
so wait, I'm very confused about what happened with Crazy Steve and the other one.
So yeah, I'm not understanding what like how Impact is airing their shows, because the Bound for Glory Fallout was filmed right after Bound for Glory, so the next night. So that had Crazy Steve and oh man, the old timer. I can't think of his name. And then I also had Will
Tommy
Osprey,
Dreamer. Oh,
Tommy
Tommy.
Dreamer, Will
The
Osprey,
old guy.
and Josh Alexander. And I think there were some other matches announced too, but they never aired it. I wonder if that's being aired next week, because I think the Glasgow special is just tonight. So maybe
Yeah.
The actual Bound for Glory Fallout is next week to
Oh,
push
maybe.
towards final resolution.
It's weird because it hasn't even nobody spoil it if they know, but it hasn't been spoiled either. Like I
It
don't know who
hasn't,
won.
which is a good thing. I did hear that the Osprey match with Josh Alexander was really good. I heard that. And
Ooh,
they said
oh
it's a much watch
yeah.
and people need to tune in. But
Oh,
it hasn't been spoiled.
thank God. This one's for Brett, Calgary, Alberta. Oh my God. I cannot wait. I'll be in Calgary in the summer because I'm trying to move. Trying to move back to the Berta.
Oh, back to the like secluded area, to the small town. Yeah.
To the yeah. Putting my cowboy boots on and I'm out. I'm outie. I've done enough here. Chinese food. Chinese. Kaz and Saban teamed up USA 2008, the X Cup. Okay, good to know. Thank you
Okay,
for
I'm
that.
gonna have to
Because
look
I
that up and
will
watch that.
remember what Roddy Piper once said. What's Scottman have under his kilt? His shoe. Man. Oh my god. Luna, who do you think the top female wrestler going currently? I'm gonna go with Jordan Grace. I just think she's fantastic.
That's a good choice. Character wise, I would have to go with Tony Storm. I mentioned it on Twitter a couple of days ago that Tony Storm's character work is the best overall performer, wrestling ability. Um, I don't know if I would pick Jordan Gray. She might be my second, but I would have to go with Rhea Ripley right now. I think she's doing big things in WWE. So, yeah.
Yeah, she's definitely up there for sure. I just love, like, I guess because I know not so much about Jordan Grace, but like seeing what she's done out of the ring too, and I know that probably shouldn't count, but doing the bodybuilding competitions
Yes.
and everything,
Yeah.
which kind of aligns with the wrestling. I've just always really appreciated women that do stuff like that, and
Yeah.
like I'm sure Rhea Ripley could do that too and probably take everything as well, but I don't know, I feel like she just puts so much work into her craft even outside doing stuff like that. I just love her.
No,
She's so great.
I like that, putting the effort into the outside work as well. So no, I understand the choice of Jordan Grace.
But I'm with you with the Tony Storm,
Oh my
just
god.
character work. She wins 100%.
Like literally only tuned into Collision to see Tony Storm last week. But I did watch the match, MJF versus
Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega. Oh my god.
It
Like
was
that
so
match was
good. It was
insane.
so good.
Insanely good.
It was so good. Oh my god. It's up there. It's a contender.
It really is contender of match of the year. So I don't know. There's a lot of contenders out there, and it's hard to choose
I
coming down to
know.
December. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I would even have to put Eddie Edwards and Kaz on that list. Like,
Yes.
there's just, whew. Oh, here comes subculture. Funny that you mentioned don't F with cats. I have a cat named Cringer. What's funny about that? Oh.
Battle Cat.
That is a loaded question. In ring wise, Flair, no one. You know what? Charlotte Flair is high up there, but I actually don't really know what is Charlotte Flair doing these days.
So she's been feuding with Io Sky
Right.
and Damage Control and Bailey, um, which hasn't really been the best, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Flair is great. Flair is up there. I do believe a lot of fans tend to put Flair in a bracket where she's like the end all be all for women's wrestling. Um, and I just don't see it that way. She has paved the way for a lot of women. But I don't see her as the end all be all for women's
Mm-mm.
wrestling. So
No. I think she's great though. I
yeah.
just and that's kind of what people were saying earlier is like I wonder if Tony Khan signed her dad so she might come to AEW because her husband's there and then
Yeah.
he like oh god, I don't think so. I
No.
picked Perazu since Camila is stepping back currently. Perazu's really good too.
Yes. Yes. Can you imagine Rhea Ripley versus Jordan Grace? Holy wow, yeah. That's ooh, that's a match. That's a match that I want to see. Rhea Ripley and Jordan Grace. I also want to see Jordan Grace and Bianca Belair as well. I think both of those matches. Give me a triple threat: Rhea Ripley, Jordan Grace, and Bianca Belair, and I'll be okay.
Pastor Jeff, that's not very pastory of you to make comments like that. Hey there, Jake Tribal Chief. Subculture. Yeah, we were just talking about subculture and how great they are. They need a little more personality.
Yeah.
They need a little something something.
This is interesting to have Deanna Purrazzo teaming up with Moose and Brian Myers. I just find that very, very wild of impact to do.
Yeah. I'm liking it. I don't know. I can say this. I'm Scottish. My dad wears a kilt. He plays the bagpipes. I can say this. I don't know if it's because they've been drinking, but the camera work at this show has been
Wonky.
a little wonky. Like I literally thought like I thought we were having an earthquake or something, but no, it's just the camera like shaking. I was like, what's going on? Too many of those brewskis, buds. Now WWE, the Queen Charlotte Flair. I love Charlotte Flair. I do, but
If she
yes.
if she ever went to AEW, that would be interesting, but it's like, will she be used? Because that women's division is just it's not
Not
it.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not great. I don't even know what subculture. I don't even know who's in the ring. Like that's how much personality they don't have. Like,
That's the thing. I don't know their names. Like they're
right.
just subculture. LTV comes to Springfield.
Okay, so Mark Andrews. Okay, I Mark Andrews sound familiar. Like he's been in WWE before. I don't know. I have to look it up now. He was in WWE. Okay, he was in NXT UK, and he was the
Oh.
NXT UK Tag Team Champions. It's like Mark Andrews sound familiar. Okay, definitely don't know who the other guy is though.
And then the other guy. What do you think if Drew joins Judgment Day and kicks out Damian Priest?
Um, I'm gonna be honest. I'm so over the Judgment Day right now. Like, I'm sick of seeing them on my screen every week and on all three shows sometimes. I think it's an oversaturation. But Drew joining the Judgment Day would be interesting. That's an interesting twist I wouldn't expect.
It would be a nice shakeup. I think that's kind of what they need. Like, if they want to continue doing the Judgment Day, something's got to happen within the Judgment Day to make it fresh again.
Mhm.
Because, yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting, yeah.
It's getting repetitive with loafers and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens and the Judgment Day.
Oh, not loafers. How's loafers doing, by the way? Is he still being the same
Yeah,
top of
he's
the
still being
line?
in the same not tomorrow, but Saturday he'll be facing Damian Priest of the Judgment Day at Crown Jewel. So it's like we're getting the same thing, and we've been getting the same thing for like 6 months. And I'm just like, can we find something else for these guys to do? I mean, I don't know.
Steve G, we're on Subculture versus Moose, Brian Myers, and Deanna Perazu, which I love these three together. Brian Myers, Moose, and Deanna. It's
Yeah,
like
so
the
weird and
coolest thing
interesting.
ever. Yeah, like I've said this before, but I haven't watched WWE for like maybe a month. Just because like it doesn't align with my schedule, and I just got spent on it for a bit. So I don't know what's going on. That being said, Crown Jewels tomorrow, and I think it not tomorrow, Saturday, but it's in the like early afternoon
Yes, it's at 1, I think.
at 1.
Yeah.
There's a few matches on that card that I wouldn't mind seeing, but overall, I don't know. Um, I
I think
do really hope. Sorry, LA Knight wins though.
shocker. I was not expecting that. Um, I think Crown Jewel has a solid card. I think every match will deliver. I'm definitely looking forward to the Fatal Five Way.
Mm.
Io Sky and Bianca Belair. I think we got Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, and LA Knight. Um, Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. All of those matches have potential to be good, but Damian Priest and Cody Rhodes has been recycled in some form or fashion over the past like 3 months. So it's like, okay, we are getting a singles match. It might feel a little different, but yeah, it's just a little, I'm just over it.
I'm actually, you know who I'm really excited for? I hate to say it, but I'm always excited to see Logan Paul.
Oh, I forgot about that match. Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. Because Logan
That is
Paul is
going to
winning.
be a
He's winning.
certified humper right
Yeah.
there. I am so
Humper.
excited. I'm so I am so excited for that match. Logan Paul, I wanted to hate him, but I just can't. He makes me laugh. I don't know. He does a good job. But KJ's here saying that they will be live for Crown Jewel at 11:30 a.m.
Yeah.
tonight. I'm going to put this out there, but give me a look if I'm wrong. But tonight we'll be doing our predictions for the show.
For Turning
Uh,
Point?
yes.
Okay, yes.
Oh, okay. I'm like, why are you looking at me like that?
And then for Crown Jewel, we actually have our predictions up. It was 3/4 of the team. We missed out on Luna because it was Halloween, but we have our predictions up for Crown Jewel on the channel as well.
I had so much fun on Halloween. I just all I did was walk around the street and there was like a bunch of drunk women out handing out candy. It was
So
amazing.
in Canada for Halloween, how
Yeah.
is it? Do people actually decorate the outside of
Oh
their
my
houses?
god. Like
It's
if
not
you
like
saw my video, I put it up on TikTok. Like that was just like two houses. Like they go hard. There was like a huge animatronic Beetlejuice that would like move and talk and people you should have seen like the streets were packed. Like they closed down some of the streets in Toronto and have a huge street party and
yeah.
people get dressed up. Like it's
See
yeah.
it might be a little bit in other states, but as far as I know, we're not like that. Like on my street alone, there was only one house that
Oh,
had
wow.
stuff around it. I think Christmas is, I guess, the United States Halloween because now you can go down several streets and people's houses are decked out with Christmas lights and Santa Claus and whatever you name it. You know, there's even times where me and my brothers we'll just hop in the car on a Saturday night and just drive around Georgia and see people's Christmas lights. That's how
Oh,
big it is. Yeah.
so pretty.
So so I guess it's just a little bit different because Halloween is not like that here. I think when I
That's
was a kid,
interesting.
trick or treating was big, but it's not as big as it is anymore.
Oh my god. You can't even like in Toronto, you can't even walk down the street like where I'm from. You can't even like it's just packed. It's
Wow. Wow.
gorgeous. At Crown Jewel, I don't see LA Knight winning the belt, but I do see a new member of the bloodline being revealed. This is what I don't understand, though. This is what I don't understand. Why is it acceptable for anybody at this point? For like, I understand Roman Reigns should take some time off, but like, he's been off for like a year. Like, why is he still holding a belt?
So I defend Roman Reigns a lot. I had maybe a feeling that maybe when he signed his new contract, what, 2.5, 3 years ago, I think it was, that it was based upon his health.
Mhm.
So I've always kind of chalked it up to I think this contract was based upon his health and the leukemia scare that he had, and now
Mhm.
he has to take breaks in between runs, you know, in between his wrestling runs.
Mhm.
I've chalked it up to that. I do know that is not fitting for someone to hold the title and be out for 2 or 3 months because it seems like after Crown Jewel, we won't see that man again until Royal Rumble. But I don't know. That's kind of what I chalked it up to. Like, is it his
Mhm.
health? Is the contract surrounding his health, and that's why he takes, months off at a time? I don't know.
Yeah, and I think we talked about that before. Like, obviously, somebody's health comes before anything.
Right.
But yeah, it's getting a bit much with him just holding the belt hostage. I don't know.
Oh, what is Danny Luna about to do? Oh, it's about to be a triple power bomb.
Oh,
Oh, I thought Moose was about to be pinned by all three of them. Richard says, how would you feel if Kyrie returns to help Io win against Bianca and Io would have to choose between her longtime friend or Bailey? I want Kyrie Sane to return to WWE so bad. Um,
Mhm.
it would be good for Kyrie to retain and to help. I mean, Kyrie to help Io retain, to push the story out a little bit longer and Bianca have the chase for the title. I'm like that. I really like that. I Richard, I'm here with you on that one. Oh, it looks like is Danny Luna about to tap out? Okay, that was close. This match is heating up close to the end.
Okay, I have to pause for a sec. Hold on 1 second.
Yep. Man, this match is heating up. All right, let's get back to the chat. So, Pastor Jeff, LOL Steve G, it's all planned out. WWE intentionally keeps him off to build heat for him. He's not being lazy, he's following his character. And yes, Anthony is right. Roman has health issues. Yeah, I kind of just feel like this new contract is surrounding his health. That's what I think, to be honest. Let's see. Luna and Anthony, your thoughts on MJF still not resigning with AEW? Is this why we're getting more from him? If he jumps, does he win the Rumble off the gate? MJF not resigning is very interesting. I really think he's thinking it's going to be this big bidding war come 2024, as he's been mentioning for the past 2 years. I believe if MJF signs with WWE, he has to debut right out of the gate. It can't be the teasing that they've been doing, like with I can't think of her name right now. Jade Cargill. I think they have to sign him and then he has to debut at the Royal Rumble. Winning it off the gate, I don't know about, but having him debut in the Royal Rumble would be one of the biggest pops of 2024, if not the biggest pop. And it's only been like the first, premium live event for WWE at that time. But yeah, it's very interesting that MJF has not re-signed yet. Will there be a Raw on Christmas night? So if there is a Raw on Christmas night in the past, with the exception of that one year when they did a live Raw on Christmas, and I wasn't a fan of that because people need to be home with their families on Christmas. They'll probably be taped. I don't think it'll be a live Raw. It'll probably be taped. So it looks like Moose, Deanna Purrazzo, and Brian Myers have won this 6-man tag team match, which was really interesting from start to finish. Pastor Jeff. Then how do you explain all the success WWE has had with Roman being champion, holding it this long, being scarce this whole time? It's working, man. I do believe it's working because he's built up other stars around him. He's built up both Usos, Jimmy and Jay Uso. Solo Sokoa is about to go into one of his biggest matches of his career against John Cena. So Roman Reigns sometimes not being around, he's built up the other people that's been around him the entire time to go out and carry the name that Roman Reigns has basically built up for him while he's been gone. So yeah, that's kind of how I feel about that. Richard says, I feel MJF not resigning is a word. He secretly resigned a while ago. If he hasn't, I feel like MJF would get the Jade treatment and he would be off TV until he leaves on his back. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Jade Cargill. Is she going to appear in the Rumble, the Women's Royal Rumble match, which I hope she kind of does. And that's selfishly because I'm gonna be at the Rumble. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. See what Pastor Jeff says here. Pastor Jeff, Roman is keeping the title at least until he beats Hogan's record. That would That would be the record that he needs to beat regardless. Um, After that, he has to lose to someone on the same level as he, like Randy Orton, Drew, Seth, Gunther. The loss has to be real. I really think Gunther and not loafers. I'm gonna call him loafers just because of Luna now. Um, I think Gunther needs to be the one to dethrone Roman Reigns for real. I think Gunther is having the time of his life on the Raw brand as the IC champion. He needs to be the one to take that title away from Roman. And
I agree.
I think because what he's been IC champion over a year now. I think that's perfect for Gunther. Give him maybe another 6 months to a year reign with that IC title, and then go after Roman.
That's more believable to me.
Yeah. And then maybe have, loafers win and beat Gunther.
Poor loafers. I can see Jay winning the Rumble and main eventing Mania. I could see it.
Yeah, I definitely could see that. And they go ahead and pull the trigger on Jade versus Charlotte. I don't know.
I'd also say Roman revitalized Sami Zayn and KO's career before feuding with Roman. Both men were stagnant heels.
Yeah, I can agree there. I definitely can agree there. He's did a lot of work with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Grado is just chasing Trey Miguel around the ring.
Sec. Grado.
All right, let's
Yeah,
see.
Grado's whole family is there.
Gunther should have been the one to face Roman at last year's Mania, not Cody. Cody stole that from him. I want Gunther to go after Cody and get back at him for that. Yeah, when Gunther came in at number 1 in the Rumble and made it all the way to the end, I felt like it was Gunther's moment. It was very predictable for Cody Rhodes to be at number 30 and win. Yeah, so I agree with you. I think Gunther should have won last year. I'm with you there.
This Grado guy is interesting.
It's so weird.
I like him.
I feel like he was in NXT UK too. I'm about to look it up.
Oh, maybe. It looks like he was in the Insane Clown Posse.
No, he's never been in WWE, it looks like. Okay. He was in Impact though for a period of time.
Yeah.
From 2014 to 2016.
He's a weird little man. I love him. Grado is over huge in the UK. The new Team Canada. Did Grado re-sign with Impact? I have no idea. I hope he did. Because he's weird.
He's very weird. I don't think he's re-signed. I think he's just on here because they were in Scotland. They were in Glasgow. So I don't think he's re-signed with Impact just yet or TNA.
Mike likes turtles. Me too. Me too, Michael. But yeah, I was taking a pause during the MJF chat.
Yes, let's get back to
I don't know what he's doing. I don't think it would be smart for him to go to WWE. And the only reason I would say that is because I feel like WWE still is or is teetering on kind of family friendly entertainment. And I don't think he could do anything that he does in the WWE. I feel like he might be a little like he's not kid friendly. That's for sure.
That's true.
There's just some people that shouldn't. It would be like when Dean Ambrose, John Moxley was in the WWE and he was super
Mhm.
unhappy because he couldn't, do what he does. I just think, and it's not a bad thing. It's just there's different styles of wrestling and different promotions that do different things.
Exactly.
And I think he would have to tone down a lot of what he says, you know?
No, agreed. Unless WWE goes to an edgier format, I really don't see him gelling well in WWE. I don't.
Mm, neither. I think he would have to, yeah, tone it all the way down. Sorry, I don't know why that like threw me. But I just he would have to literally if he had to tone it down to be on the WWE, he would just be the Miz, I think. You
Repeat
know?
that. I didn't hear it.
Oh, if MJF had to tone it down to be in the WWE, it would just be the Miz, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I just I don't want to see somebody go to WWE and not be their full self, not
Yeah.
have that full potential. So I don't really think it's right. But if he does go to WWE, maybe they can work something out where he can teeter the line of edgy and family friendly. I do think he can do that very well if he kind of teeters the
Mhm.
line. Like, I think he could be that person, but to be full blown what he is now, it's not gonna work.
MJF, Theory, and Waller would be one hell of a stable. I mean, yeah, you got Waller out here calling friggin' Taylor Swift a 6. So
Wait, what? Did I
no, you
miss
didn't.
that?
I think he just did it on social media, but he was like, the Swifties are mad because their favorite is a solid 6 or something, and I was like, oh my god, jeez.
Wow. Eric Tate, let's see what he says. Do you think Raw will move to Peacock next year? It's interesting that Raw has not signed, or WWE has not signed Raw to a new TV deal. I I would like to see Raw stay on the USA Network. I don't think that's a factor at this point. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I would like to see Raw maybe move to Peacock. It'll give better viewership for everyone, but I would also like to see Raw still stay on either network or cable television. Um, I think a nice move for Raw would to actually be moved to NBC itself and be on network television. It can gain some viewers there, but I don't think NBC would give up the voice for Monday Night Raw. Just be
Mm-mm.
honest. Ooh,
Trey Miguel is nuts.
and Grado keeps kicking out of everything.
Waller called Taylor a 6 and called woman in Scotland Shrek lookalikes. Did he actually?
Did he? I shouldn't laugh
Jesus.
at that.
What is wrong with him?
Ooh.
One, two, oh,
Oh, he kicked out, and was that like I think they call that a Death Valley driver? I don't know what that was, but it was sick.
Richard, USA already bought SmackDown rights, so I'm unsure they got Raw and NXT. I see Raw moving to Amazon. Amazon?
I do know Amazon and Disney have been in talks of buying the TV deals for Monday Night Raw and NXT. So that's interesting.
Why would you want your products on different TV things, though? Like, I maybe
You
there's a
know,
reason for that, but I just
if there's a reason, at least in the United States, for it, it's a money grab. It's always been a money grab.
oh,
I liked when Raw, SmackDown, and I think NXT were all on the same network at one point on USA.
mhm.
But it seems like Raw is moving because SmackDown got the USA rights, or USA got the SmackDown rights. So I don't know. They haven't announced anything for Raw and NXT, so I feel like they are actually moving away from the USA network.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Looks
Oh,
like
Graham,
Grado won.
he did, and he has some really, really cool music.
Yeah, he's actually really good. I hope he does resign with Impact. I think WWE as a whole, or Raw, SmackDown, one of them, their ultimate design will be Apple TV or Amazon. And come to think about the type of deal MLS soccer signed with Apple TV makes sense for WWE.
WWE.
That made no sense to me, and not because not because you weren't making sense. I just know nothing about TV deals. Uh, but I'm sure it's good. I don't.
Ah, that's hilarious. Steve
Here's
G.
Eddie
Movie.
Edwards
Oh yeah.
talking to Will Ospreay, or yelling at him through the camera.
So it sounds like he's saying this is the fight of who's the best in the world. Best from Japan.
Mm. Does Eddie Edwards have top teeth? I don't know why that was so confusing to me. I don't know. His mouth just like covers his teeth. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know why it matters, but it was just very confusing watching him talk. I'm gonna need more of his wife, though.
Yes, Alicia Edwards. Yes, I really like the match that they had. She had with Trinity. I thought it was pretty cool.
So good. I love her. Halloween Havoc was awesome. I didn't watch it, to be honest.
Halloween Havoc was pretty good. I didn't see the ending. I don't see the ending of most wrestling shows because I fall asleep. I'm just be perfectly honest. But from what I saw, it was a really solid show.
Trinity, who's Trinity going up against right now?
It's I lost her name. Emerson.
Emerson. Oh,
I forgot her last name, but it's Emerson. Emerson Jane, I think it is. Yep.
okay, Luna. Think about hockey in your country the way it's broadcasted on TSN and America Sports. Market games are handled by. Oh, tell it to me in hockey terms. Understood.
Oh, a little bit of disrespect from Jane.
Chelsea and Piper were great with their I loved their costumes. Oh my
They
god.
were.
The
That
Heart
was hilarious.
Foundation was so good. Oh my
That was
god.
hilarious.
like Piper as Jim Neihard was
spot
uncanny.
on. Like
It was
it was spot on.
Hey Kevin. Oh, there you are. Sorry about that. Hey Kevin.
Now they said this match with Trinity and Emerson was for the Knockouts title on Twitter earlier today, but doesn't seem like that's the case here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't see. I mean, Trinity's on a undefeated streak, right? So I can't
Yep,
really
he
see
is
her losing.
definitely undefeated. And then she's defending tomorrow against Diana.
Would you like to see Sami Zayn?
I think, would you like to see Sami Zayn with an arc where he wins the Rumble and wins the
Oh,
heavyweight title off Drew? Yeah, I had to do some thinking to get the width and the arc.
well, I was like, what? I'm not following.
um, I would like to see Sami Zayn hold one of the major titles in on the main roster, sacrificing it to Drew though. I don't know. I would like Drew to have a pretty long reign with that heavyweight title if he wins on Saturday, which I don't think he is.
No. What's NXT gonna do with Tiffany now? Yeah, what are they doing with Tiffany? What's going on?
Is she in a is she in a tag team? I feel like she was, or did I miss that on Halloween Havoc? She was out there, but I don't remember what she was. I don't know if she was with a tag team. I really think they need to call Tiffany up because she's ready. She's been ready. So call her up to the main roster.
What about Sami Zayn beating Gunther for the IC belt?
Um, uh, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't think so.
Uh, I want to say yes, but I also want to say no at the same time. I really would like to see. I wanted to see Chad Gable probably be the one to dethrone Gunther, but I also think, just like you said earlier, Pastor Jeff, like the person that dethrones Gunther has to be on the same caliber as Gunther. Just like you said, someone who dethrones Roman has to be on the same level as Roman.
Mhm.
I don't think there's anyone just as yet on the roster that can really go toe to toe with Gunther, to be honest.
No. I thought it was going to be Chad Gable, but
Yeah,
Tiffany is feuding with Fallen Henley.
I don't, I'm not sure who that is.
Tiffany said she'd like to be in NXT longer as she doesn't trust her promo skills yet. Plus, the main roster has too many heels already.
Okay.
That's fair. I mean, know thyself.
Yeah, when you know you need some improvement in an area, stay where you feel comfortable, right now.
Agree, Anthony. What about Jay Uso beating Gunther?
Now, Jay Uso, he's been a bona fide star since he's broke away. Even before then, since he's broke away from the bloodline, though, I can see Jay Uso being that person. I really can see that. Even if they kick off this feud, hypothetically, if Gunther holds the title until after WrestleMania, which I think he will, Jay Uso beats his brother at WrestleMania. They kick off that feud with Jay Uso and Gunther, maybe going leading up into SummerSlam of next year. I don't know. I think that might be a good choice, Pastor Jeff. I really do.
I would have loved to see Jey Uso beat Roman. That would have been
Oh,
nice.
yes. That would have been beautiful.
Uh, Trinity, one, two.
Oh,
Oh,
She hit the rear view, but that wasn't
I
it.
think it's Sheamus. Give me Sheamus, Gunther. I wouldn't mind seeing Sheamus versus Gunther again. I really like those two.
Yeah.
Braun Breaker needs to be on the main roster. Nothing left for him to do besides his girl Cora Jade.
And where is Cora Jade? Is she even there? Like, what's happening with Cora Jade?
I still think it was Danhausen that pulled Taya into the coffin. I miss Taya Valkyrie. I don't know where she is. On
Yeah,
dark
like
somewhere.
I just she should have stayed with Impact. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, she better. I swear to God, she better go back. Once it's TNA.
Yeah, please go back. If you're listening, Taya, please go back because Tony Khan don't know
Please.
what he want to do with you.
Oh, it's tragic. She was doing so well in Impact too,
Mhm.
and now that they're really heating up, I don't know. I don't know. Very, very dumb there, Taya. I see Sheamus getting traded to Raw. Challenges Gunther at the Rumble. 1, 2, 3. Thank God.
Wow. I like the fact that Trinity gets to wrestle other wrestlers. I like seeing her not facing the same people like she was in WWE. I
Yeah,
mentioned that earlier today in my Impact preview. Like, I like this for Trinity that she gets to kind of have a full circle with wrestlers,
yeah.
and gets to experience everything.
I really love that she does her wigs. Like when she came to Toronto, she had a Canadian flag. Now
Yeah,
she's so good. It's just like a nice little touch, right?
it
Oh my
really is. It really is.
God. I feel like Tiffany needs a Pomeranian or Chihuahua with a nice diamond dog collar. Honestly, I'm with you. I think she needs a little Pommy.
So her being presented like, is it Paris Hilton who always
Yeah.
has
Ever bless. How would you guys book Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins? Winner takes all. Huh.
um I would really give it to Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Um Easily. I love Roman Reigns, huge fan of Roman Reigns, but I would give this one to Seth Rollins. That's how I would book it.
100%. I mean, he's consistently there. He's a fighting champ. He's charismatic. Seth
Mhm.
Rollins is him. Oh yeah, Cora Jade did get surgery. She did.
Oh, okay, so she's out.
For I think
She
that would probably take 6 months up to a year.
really?
Yeah, because you're not supposed
Okay.
to. They could pop. Be careful with that. Those bad boys. People are already turning on Seth. He shouldn't be the one to beat Roman. People are gonna turn on everybody. That's like
I've
the
turned on
nature.
Seth, so and I said he should win, so I haven't, like, turned on Seth, I'm just a little salty that since Shinsuke Nakamura didn't win. Um,
Fair.
that's that's where I am. Pastor Jeff says, "I feel you about them allergies, Anthony. Mine are at the I'm struggling. I'm struggling with these allergies. I didn't even go to work today because I woke up and I felt like death. So I'm struggling. Ooh, VHS. That's a hot take. Seth isn't a draw in my eyes. Wow. That's a hot take.
I'm gonna have to disagree with that one.
I can say this. I think Becky Lynch, his wife, is more of a draw than him. I can kind of yes. That might be a hot take, but I feel like Becky Lynch is more of a draw than Seth.
Watching. Hey, Chris from the Dominican Republic. How you doing?
What time is it over there for you to be?
Yeah, what time is it?
Because I don't know time zones that well. So what time is it?
Richard, I don't want winner take all because it leads to Roman being a unified champ again, something we finally escaped from. Very fair. Nice Grado, the Colt Cabana of Scotland. Did he sign? Is that what they were just talking about?
Oh.
I think that's what they were just saying. Eastern Standard. Oh, okay. You're in the same. Her wig. Love it.
I'm having a slow moment because I think the Dominican Republic is below me. So I should have knew that.
Oh my god. I know I'm so bad at shit.
Yes,
like
it's in the Caribbean. I should have knew that.
Once Roman loses the belt, how long do you think he'll be gone for? Well, that's the thing. We're only getting him Saturday, and then he isn't coming back to the Royal Rumble, right?
Right.
Is that the
that's the rumors going around.
So like who knows what's even going on? Like
I feel like if Roman does, I'm gonna just hypothetically say he loses the title at WrestleMania, I don't see him back until SummerSlam. That's what 4 or 5 months ish. That's what I really think.
Now we're getting the Motor City Machine Guns versus Eric Young and Josh Alexander. I am so happy. So happy right now.
This is gonna be good.
Roman's belt reads undisputed champion. So does Ia's. Seth and belts are interim belts. What? No, that's not how it works. Doesn't interim mean like for the time being?
That's my knowledge of interim. Yeah.
How do you feel if Becky on her contract becomes a part-time wrestler so she can pursue acting ventures? I don't care. I don't know. Is that like a possibility?
I know she hasn't renewed her contract or extended it, I think, from what I'm understanding. So it could be a possibility. If I was a wrestler at this point, I would take the Impact schedule, working 1 weekend a month. And then I can do whatever I want outside of it. But that's just me.
Well, that's what I would do too. Wrestle twice a month, go do whatever I want, go take a Revolver show if I feel like it.
So wait, speaking of Revolver, that November 16th show, I'm like, I don't want to be working that day. I want to watch that live.
Oh my god. What day is that on? Isn't it on
Thursday?
On a Thursday?
Yeah.
Shit. What time?
I don't know. They haven't. Let me look. I'm gonna look real quick because I don't think they've announced the time. Let's see.
Guys, who would you trade for WWE from AEW? I'd love to see AJ Styles in WWE and Jon Moxley back in AEW. What? I'd love to see AJ Styles in AEW and Jon Moxley back in WWE, I think you meant. I don't want to see Jon Moxley back in AEW or WWE. And AJ Styles, I feel like if he were to go anywhere, I'd want him back in TNA.
Agreed. There is no time yet for Wrestling Revolver, but as we were speaking at 9:39, they announced that the main event of that Revolver show will be Ronda Rousey and Marina Shafir versus Athena and Billy Starks, or I think that's how you pronounce her name,
Ooh.
Starks. So that's interesting. It's going to be live on Fight, but there's no time yet. So
Huh. That's very odd. Seems like it's going to be a huge show, though. There's so many people showing up. Swerve is going to be there.
John Moxley,
Oh my god.
yeah, it's a lot of people going to be there. I'm trying to pull up the actual list. For some reason, they don't have it on their website yet.
That's very odd. Like it's coming up soon. Give us a time, y'all. It'd be
There's the
weird.
time. There's the time. It says 8. So the same
Oh,
time Impact comes on.
shit. We might have to
Do a double
compare
dip.
cards.
Yeah, and see. And we might have to do Revolver that night.
We might have to because that's looking like something I can't miss. So Steve G, I actually don't know how to watch Revolver. I think it's on Fight because
It's
I
on
think
Fight.
yeah,
Yep.
they only do pay-per-views. It's not like a weekly.
Yeah, they do I think they do 1 a month pay-per-views.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
What's it called? Unreal, right?
Yes, the Wrestling Revolver Unreal, Thursday, November 16th on Fight TV. And I'm still shocked that Ronda Rousey is doing indie shows.
Very odd. Very, very odd. But like I said, I'm super stoked for Revolver to have a name like that. But yeah, still not a fan. Oh, we're gonna get the Rascals are gonna be there. Jake something's gonna be there.
Oh, that's
Swerve
right. They
Strickland's
announced
gonna
Jake
be there.
something. Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, Speedball Mike Bailey is gonna be there. Okay, we might have to be watching this, Lou.
Oh, Athena's gonna be there.
Yep. It's gonna be
Yeah,
Speedball
I
Mike
think
Bailey versus Brian Keith. I don't know who that is, but you said Speedball is there, so I have to watch.
yeah, I
Um,
think we're gonna have to switch her up and watch some Revolver that day.
Alan Angels is gonna be there.
Ooh.
Trying to see.
Over on their Twitter right now. Ronda Rousey. Yes, we got that.
So it looks like John Moxley. Oh, is that Alex Shelley is gonna be there?
Mm. Damn.
It keeps wanting me to log in. I thought I was logged into Twitter on here, but I guess I'm not.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to compare.
Oh, Masha Slamovich is going to be there.
Oh,
Oh my
oh,
god.
we're gonna have to compare cards, Luna.
Jeez. Did you see Did you see Jason Segel at the indie show?
I did. That was fun to see.
My god. Richard, I still think Ronda likes wrestling, but doesn't like big company structure. I think her and WWE creative always had issues, so she finally left. Yeah, and that's kind of what she says in interviews. Like she loves pro wrestling, but you could tell that towards the end of WWE, especially, she just wasn't having a good time anymore. And I think also like she has kids and maybe their schedule didn't align with hers. I'm still not a huge fan of her, but like some people just fit better in the indies. Maybe she'll do better there. I don't know. I'll give her a chance, I guess. But
The WWE schedule is definitely ooh, Steve Maclin's gonna be there too. The WWE schedule is tough to be on the road and have children, especially if you want to do both. And I
yeah,
think Becky Lynch is doing a great job of trying to do both, being a mom. Seth Rollins as well. I don't want to leave him out, bringing their daughter on the road with them. But if you want to be someone like Ronda Rousey, who seems like she's more of a homebody and would like to raise her child, not on a tour bus, I guess you can say,
yeah.
I think the WWE schedule is not the best for her at the moment.
No. And that's all cute and fun now. Like Becky's kid is quite young, and I'm not saying that it isn't hard to have your kid on the
Right.
road. I'm sure
Right.
it's very difficult. But once the kid grows up and needs to be in school and has to be on a schedule, like Becky Lynch isn't going to be able to just drag her kid around unless they
Exactly.
bring a teacher with them. You know what I mean? So,
I
like,
mean,
I think,
homeschool is an option, but you also have to like until they get a certain age. Because hi, I was homeschooled for a bit. Um,
were you
uh,
actually?
I was in high school. My last couple of years of high school, I was homeschooled. But
Oh,
until they get to an age where they can do it on their own without a parent being involved and trying to set everything up for them every morning, it's kind of tough.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're at the main event right now. This
Yeah,
episode for me has been a really good episode,
it
but it's
really
been a
has.
hard watch. I don't,
I
I
think
think
it's
it
because of how it's been presented. Because I'm with you there. The camera
it's
angles, it's not given tonight.
no, it's making me a little seasick to be honest.
I think that's gonna be a part of their production upgrades, coming next year as well.
Yeah. I don't know, their production's pretty good usually when they're like in the States or
It's
Canada.
true.
It's just this is I don't know, maybe they may just have different ways of doing stuff in the UK. I don't know. But it's hurting my head. But this has been a pretty solid match so far.
Oh Lord. Not the
Oh
sneezing.
no. Shelley proved to be a Bound for Glory, proved at Bound for Glory that he is the face of Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, he did prove that. I'm still a little upset about that outcome. I feel like it should have been Josh.
And he's still giving me, I don't know, like super villain in a comedy movie a little bit when he cuts promos, though. It's very, I don't know, unsettling. Oh,
Saban just kicked away the hand of Josh Alexander on the ropes.
has Eric Young even been in the ring yet? I don't
I
think he
don't think
has.
so. I really think this has been all Josh Alexander and the Motor City Machine Guns.
What's being homeschooled like? I feel like that'd be so weird. And
It
especially in high school, like when
it
you
was
just
a it
school
was a
your
little weird to begin with, but I got used to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
But do you
Aaron,
have a teacher?
oh, I listened to videos. So basically, the material was sent to me, and I would just pop the DVD in and watch it with textbooks and assignments and everything.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah.
Oh fuck, I wish I did that. Just stay
Aaron
home.
Jobson. I think Aaron, you're in Buffalo, right? And if I can remember correctly, I feel like my dad graduated from Clarence High School. I feel
Huh.
like.
Just be glad all you're doing is sneezing. I'm over here literally blowing my brains out, Anthony. Oh.
The struggle is real. And then the upside of homeschool as well, while we're on the topic, here in the States, you only have to do 4 hours. Like everybody else goes to school, actual school, and they're in school 8 hours like an actual job. But
Yeah.
homeschool is only like 4 hours. Yeah.
Well,
So
that's not
it's
bad.
like 30 minutes per subject.
And then you don't even have to leave your house all day.
Correct.
Oh my god, that's way better. That's way better. To I'd love to see a match between the Guns versus Wolves tag match, old school TNA. Being homeschooled ain't bad. I was 2 years ahead of the other kids. Well, it's the thing. You're not being distracted by the other jerks in your classroom.
Exactly.
Guys, if Roman Reigns has to give up his belts and they did elimination chamber match for it, who would you give the belt to and why? Oh God. Drew McIntyre, and my reasoning is because. Just cuz. Just cuz. I just like them. That's all.
I don't know. I think I might give it to and I hate to say it, I'm becoming a fan of LA Knight just a tad bit. I think I'm coming around the mountain finally. So I think I might give it to LA Knight. Yeah.
Shelley is the right mix of attitude and in-ring talent. He has some of the most scathing promos out of anybody. I think it's, and I'm a huge Motor City Machine Guns fan. I think it's just his delivery is just very off-putting to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know. And I don't feel like he was like this before. I don't know. It just feels very unbelievable when he's talking, and maybe because he's doing like the super heel thing. But
And I also think he was a bit extra in his feud with Josh Alexander because it seems like he was angry, like intense anger with Josh Alexander for no reason.
it
And
was
it was very cringy.
it was hard to watch. Yeah. I don't know. Pastor Jeff said I'd give it to Gunther because I stand firm on my point that he was robbed of his title shot at Mania last year. Yeah, I mean Gunther's a good choice,
Yeah, Gunther.
but
I
I'm
mean,
with We Are Pro Wrestling. A world title in front of a crowd would be nice.
yeah, Drew deserves that moment. He really does.
Because he did an amazing job in front of no crowd, I think, for what he had to work with, right?
Yeah.
Like during the vid times.
Right, right. He did an amazing job. And I think he was in a feud with Randy Orton a couple of
Hmm.
times too, I think. So I think they traded the belt as well. I think Randy won at one point and Drew won it back. I feel like that happened. Um yeah.
Why is oh very odd. Yeah, 2020 doesn't even exist, you know? Just wasn't
I don't even
needs
remember.
a redo.
Like did it
Eric
even
Young and
happen?
Josh need to hit a stereo sharpshooter. I feel like a sharpshooter would be so hard to give to somebody. Imagine holding somebody up like that while you're doing a squat. Like
Exactly. That's difficult.
Impact needs to come to New England so Edwards can get the face response that he deserves. Do they not go to New England? Ever? Really? That's odd to me.
That's weird.
Yeah, Drew lost it to Randy just before Survivor Series that year. Drew won it back, making it Roman versus Drew. Ooh. I miss Brock Lesnar. That's who I miss.
Brock Lesnar. I really like what he had become after he like kind of split from Paul Heyman. That like Cowboy Brock Lesnar is
The
hilarious.
best. Did you see him on stage at a country music festival?
I did, and he sang for a little bit.
Yeah. So good. I love Cowboy Brock. Christopher, you're in the Dominican. Go enjoy the sunshine, my dude. We love having you here, but you know, you're in the Dominican. I guess you're from Vegas, right, Chris? So it doesn't. You always get the sunshine. 1, 2. Oh,
Thought that was it.
Who Let the Dogs Out is your new favorite song? Love that for you. Cowboy Brock is the new bull of the woods, as Dusty Rhodes used to say.
Ooh, nice tornado
Jeez,
DDT.
that looked rough. I don't know why the singlet really bothers me. Like only some people can wear it. I don't know. Oh, the guns won.
Nice win by Motor City Machine Guns.
Nice. I did not see that. I thought Josh and Eric Young were going to win. I don't know why.
No, I agree with you. I thought they were going to win too. It makes me kind of scared for tomorrow when they face Soap Culture.
Shit. Actually, the sun is down. You're right, because you're in the same time zone as us. we had that discussion. Go enjoy the sunshine at 10 p.m. Oh my God. Relax, Matthew. Jesus.
Like he's geeking out for TNA. Just like a lot of Russell talk did for. I'm gonna keep my thoughts to myself. Let me not say that out loud.
Say what out loud?
I was gonna say just like Russell Talk did, and a lot of them don't even watch the current product, and they're coming back just for a name. But I'm not. I said it out loud already. So if
I
you
know
heard
you
it,
put it
you
out
heard
there. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. All of a sudden, you guys want to jump on the crazy train, do ya? Oh my God. Hope to see you tomorrow for Turning Point. I personally will not be here because I work until 9. Oh, they're showing Crazy Steve. Yeah, okay, so when is this happening? Okay, so we are getting Crazy Steve next Thursday.
That's what it looks like. Okay,
That
so
is not Revolver, right? No, that's the
no.
9th.
There's 2 weeks before Revolver.
Perfect.
I feel like though I'm scared because I feel like the Revolver is gonna tie into that Will Ospreay match with Josh Alexander.
Right. Okay,
Unless
we're gonna
they're
have to compare cards for
Yeah.
sure. So yeah, how did everybody like that show? We didn't really watch it all that well, to be completely honest. We were getting a little car sick.
And my allergies is kicking my behind over here. So
Oh no.
I enjoyed the parts that we saw. I really liked the main event was nice. And I called that in my preview. I was like, that match is gonna be the main event. I like Trinity and Emerson Jane. That was pretty solid. And the first match, which was uh man, Joe Hendry and Frankie Kazarian.
That was really good. Joe Hendry's amazing, but Frankie Kazarian, he's doing good things.
If I'm giving it a rating, I would do maybe a 7. Um yeah, I would do 7. 5 for camera quality and the way it was presented, 7 for the actual show.
Yeah, that was a hard watch. That was difficult. I'll give it a 7 as well because I feel like it was a really good show. I couldn't concentrate on it. Like the slight jiggling and
Yeah.
Grado was really I like
Mhm.
him. I need more of him in my life. Aaron Jobson's giving it an 8. Mm, the show is horrible. Okay. So yeah, for Turning Point, I don't know who's gonna be here. Probably KJ and
And
Nick
Nick,
because they'll
yeah,
also be watching SmackDown
and Rampage as well.
and Rampage.
Right. The last pay-per-view of the year, I guess we need to talk about that, is Final Resolution, which is on a Saturday. So I don't know if you want to
Oh,
cover it like we covered Bound for Glory. That's something we can
100%.
yeah,
Yes.
that's something we can discuss.
That's in December, right?
Yes, I think it's like December 9th-ish.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. We will be here for that one, but not tomorrow. But you can see our predictions for Turning Point. They will be up tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Alrighty, so yeah, we'll be back here. The boys will be back here tomorrow for literally, I don't know if they're going to be doing all the shows. Now that I think about it, are they going to
Right.
watch 3 at the same time?
I haven't heard KJ mention anything about Turning Point. So it might just be SmackDown and Rampage. If KJ is watching, they might turn on Turning Point. KJ does not mind throwing another wrestling show when they're already watching, 72 of them.
Yes.
Power to KJ, more power to KJ. So
Seriously. And then Saturday, I know Collision is coming up. I just want to say one thing about Collision. We're getting Swerve Strickland versus AR Fox, which I absolutely love.
yes, that's
Those
gonna be
people.
good.
I am so excited. So the boys will be back for that. Sunday, Keyshawn, if you're listening, me and Anthony will be back for the Fish Market Street match
Yes, we
at
will.
8 or 8:30.
8:45.
8:45
Yeah.
is when we will be here. And then Monday, we go through all the shows again, Raw, NXT, all that good
Dynamite.
stuff. So yeah, swing on by, give us a follow, and watch our prediction video for Turning Point. We will see you guys later.
Peace out.